Okay, people. I want to talk today about the issue with the Russian and Ukrainian war. So people think that the issue why the economy is like so bad nowadays, but that's not the truth. The truth is the law prevents you from having the resources to really heat your home, to buy the house, to rent a place, to have better salary. Because if you know, in the interview or like the meeting in the World Economic Forum, the Klaus Schwab told that you would be happy and you know nothing. You will not going to be happy, trust me. You're going to be miserable and you own nothing. For example, in Canada, it's pretty like a big country. It's a very rich country with resources. There's the people that cannot afford the heating, they can't afford the housing, they have 35 years, they still live with their parents. So the problem is not the resources, we already have the resources. The problem is in the monetary system, problems in the law that prevents you from obtaining those resources. You cannot touch your wood, you cannot touch your coal, you cannot touch your gas. So these are all the laws that prevents you from having such resources. In developing economies, for example, all over the world. Even now, they're implementing the laws. They want to introduce the carbon tax. They want to introduce all other forms or eco-tyranny. So you cannot have resources that you need in order to have the economic development in your country. And the rich country like Canada, which has a lot of rich people, every eighth person in Canada is a millionaire. And for example, in Switzerland, every fifth is a millionaire. Also the Germany. How come that the Germany doesn't have the resources? It's like insanity. The Germany have like a lot of coal, a lot of wood. Germany can use it, but the law prevents ordinary citizens from obtaining and using that resources. As I said previously, it's not the problem in any kind of war that we're now facing. It's the problem in law that the government all over the world are implementing. And as you know, the global warming is complete fraud. It's not real. The only goal of so-called global warming, climate change, whatever, is to decrease the population of the earth and like implement harder and harder for the people to obtain resources. For example, when you see the real power of the law is when we have COVID lockdowns. In COVID lockdowns, we lose like 1/10 of our economic production. In the COVID lockdowns, we lose 15% of our economic production. And for example, in Great Recession, which happened in 1929 till 1933, we lose only way less. We lose 10% of our economic development, and that's in COVID when we have it, we even lose more and more resources. And now we have the rampant inflation, which really till today, the economy is still not recover itself from all the lockdowns that the government implemented. And now they even want to implement the eco lockdowns. You cannot drive your car, you cannot have the aerial flight because you wasted too much resources. Now, when the COVID tyranny has finished, it will now become the eco-tyranny we're now facing. It's a different excuse, same result. And the best way to do this is like to spread information all about this.